This is Sonnet 22. The 5 steps. We speak the rhyming couplets. We say the last words of each line. We split the sonnet into 4 sections. We mark in the breaths, then we mark in the césures. Okay, the rhyming couplet, which is like the punchline to the sonnet, the summation of it, the moral of it. Presume not on thy heart when mine is slain. Thou gav'st me thine, not to give back again. It sounds like it's saying something like, don't think you could have your heart back when I'm dead because you gave it to me. Step 2, the last words. Old date, behold, expiate. So old, age, time, all this. Expiate. Not sure what that means. Thee, heart, me, art. So heart, thee, me. We're in this love sonnet business. Wary, will, chary, ill. Wary, danger, chary, I'm not sure what that is, some old word. Slain again, so death comes again. Let's split it into its sections. So the sonnet is 14 lines. That's a group of 12 followed by 2. Within that 12 you've got 3 groups of 4. So let's underline the groups there. So that now gives us 4 sections. So we're going to look at it in its 4 sections. And usually, I keep knocking my lead. The next step is to mark the breaths. So there'll be a breath at the start and one at the end. So doing it with a forward slash. And then we mark the full stops. Well, the sentence endings. The sentence ends in 3 ways. It's full stop, exclamation mark, question mark. So we've got full stop at the end of the first quatrain. All right, full stop at the end of the second quatrain, and full stop at the end of the third quatrain. Okay, any more sentence endings within it? Oh yes, in the middle of the second quatrain we've got after me there's a full stop. Anything in the middle of the lines? No, I don't think so. So it's a bit like that. That's how it's going. An even breath sonnet would breathe every other line, but not always. So let's look at the punctuation. Well, what's the next biggest punctuation after a sentence ending? It's the colon. Do we have any colons? No. But we've got semicolons. We've got one at date, line 2. One at the end of the first line of the rhyming couplet. So I've marked those in. Well, that gives us an even breath scheme on quatrain 1. Quatrain 2, we've got this full stop, so it looks like we might have to say 3 lines followed by 1 line. Quatrain 3, okay, we've got a comma after will. Quatrain 3's second line. Let's stick it in there and hope for the best. So, without reading it too much, just using the logic of punctuation, which tells you how someone's thinking, we've got that set up. I think the breath scheme's working okay. Now I'm going to stick in the césures. Now the césures are the natural break within the line. The line's made of 2 halves. To be or not to be? That is the question. Okay. My glass shall not persuade me I am old. My glass shall not persuade me I am old. My glass shall not persuade me I am old, or my glass shall not persuade me I am old. I think the second one, because the I am old feels more like a punchline. So long as youth and thou are of one date. So long as youth and thou, so youth and thou are the same thing, kind of. Often the césure is at the word and, but I think this is youth and thou is the same thing. But when in thee times furrows I beheld, then look I death, my days should expiate. Getting attacked by ants. And so again, the césures are just little, it helps you with your speaking flow. My glass shall not persuade me, I am old. So long as youth and thou are of one date. But when in thee times furrows I behold, then look I death, my days should expiate. as tender nurse her baby from faring ill. Presume not on thy heart when mine is slain. Thou gavest me thine, comma, this is your, not to give back again. So I've marked it all in like that. Now I'll just have a read through and then try and work out what it's going on about. And I'm using this version of the sonnets. My glass shall not persuade me I am old, so long as youth and thou are of one date. But when in thee time's furrows I behold, then look I death my days should expiate. For all that beauty that doth cover thee is but the seemly raiment of my heart, which in thy breast doth live as thine in mine. How can I then be elder than thou art? O therefore, love, be of thyself so wary as I not for myself, but for thee will. Bearing thy heart, which I will keep so chary, as tender nurse her baby from faring ill. Presume not on thy heart when mine is slain. Thou gavest me thine, not to give back again. My glass shall not persuade me that I am old. The mirrors will not persuade me that I am old, so long as thou and youth are of one date, because I won't get any older than you are, and you are my vision of youth and joy, so you keep me young. But when in thee time's furrows I behold, then I look death my days should expiate. But when I see that you are getting a bit old, then I think, oh, well, maybe I am too. For all that beauty that doth cover thee is but seemly raiment of my heart. So, but your beauty, your looks that cover you, is like the clothing of my heart, which in thy breast doth live as thine in mine. How then can I be elder than thou art? Your outer beauty is just the clothing of your heart, and your heart lives in me, and I will remain in touch with your heart. O therefore, love, be of thyself so wary as I not for myself, but for thee will. Be of thyself so wary as I not for myself, but for thee will. So pay attention to yourself, because that's what I'm doing. Bearing my heart, which I shall keep so chary as a tender nurse, because I have to look after you, because you hold my heart inside you. So I have to keep, because my heart lives in you, I got to look after you. Presume not on thy heart when mine is slain. Thou gavest me thine, not to give back again. So, and if you think you're going to get rid of me, you've got another thing coming. You gave me your heart. We're in this together. So he's saying I don't need to worry about age and time, because, in fact, you do, because you're my barometer of that. My heart's inside you. And I don't worry about my outward looks or anything, because I've got you